I need to make a confession today. I've been holding out on you, and what I'm about to share might make you angry, or it might completely transform your life as a father and entrepreneur. Here's the most brutal truth that most success gurus won't tell you. The path that 99% of ambitious dads are following right now leads directly to an empty house, a divorce lawyer on speed dial, and kids who call you dad but don't really know what that means. How do I know? Because 7 years ago, I was standing outside my own apartment in Santa Monica, California at 6 a.m. Not for a sunrise run, not for a quiet moment of gratitude. I was locked out of my home by my wife. I had told her that I'll be back after my client session the night before, but I never came home that night. And this wasn't the first time. And when I tried to go to the door, she didn't even seem surprised. She just looked at me and said, "You can't come in here." And I will tell you that moment absolutely broke me, because I realized right then and there, my wife had already accepted the fact that I was a disappointment. And worse, my daughter, not even 2 years old at the time, was next in line to have that same story for her. And you want to know the most twisted part about all this? I had convinced myself that I was working and doing all of this for them, for my family. But let me ask you something. Is it really for them if they never actually get you? If you're like most dadpreneurs I work with, it almost feels like you have an impossible choice. Either be present for your family or build a successful business. And that impossible choice is killing you. And it explains why you sneak looks at your phone during family movie night, or feel that knot in your stomach when your kid asks you if you're going to make it to their game this time, or you lie awake at night wondering if your marriage is running on fumes. Probably is. Or fear that deep down you're failing at the thing that matters most to you. But what if that impossible choice was actually a lie? Like, what if I told you that there's a better way to scale your business and be the dad that your family actually remembers? For the last 5 years, I've guided ambitious dadpreneurs through a radical new approach. I mean, it's really different. And it's one that has helped all of them grow, some of them double their business revenue while cutting their work hours sometimes in half. I get it. It's kind of crazy, right? But think about it. No more missed school plays or games, no sacrifice marriages, no more feeling split in two every single day. And the results weren't just good. I mean, they were even mind-blowing to me. Let's take James, for example, a real estate agent from Colorado. 3 months ago, his teenage son was barely speaking to him. His business was thriving on paper, but he was buried under 60-hour work weeks. James just applied phase one of this system for 7 days. And in that time, he was able to reconnect with his son through a breakthrough conversation that really brought them both to tears. He was able to close on his biggest client deal ever, which was over $1 million, while being able to take his daughter to the football game. And he was able to reignite the spark that he had with his wife that had been missing for years. If that sounds too good to be true, I totally get it. But this isn't work-life balance. That idea is a scam. What I'm talking about is what I call strategic integration. Here's a fundamental truth that I feel like no one tells us. The skills that make you successful in business often wreck your relationships at home. Think about it for a second. In business, you're rewarded for how much you control, your decisiveness, your speed, the fact that you get results at all costs. But at home, these exact same traits shut people down, right? Your CEO mode feels cold, intimidating, downright selfish at times. And no one taught us how to switch between these modes. You show up to dinner like a CEO with a KPI dashboard, and you wonder why your kids don't open up to you during bedtime stories. Here's another dadpreneur who tested this system and found great results. So Michael runs a design firm out of California. And when we started working together, he was buried under 70-hour work weeks. And his wife had actually started consulting with a divorce attorney, which is kind of wild. And after implementing the system for just 3 weeks, Michael was able to automate 80% of his daily operations. He was able to take his first real family vacation in 5 years and completely transform his relationship with his wife and his kids. You want to know the craziest part about it? His business didn't just survive, it thrived during his absence, during his time away. Now, I want to be completely transparent with you. This isn't magic. It requires honesty. It requires you being real with yourself and another man, and a distinct willingness to challenge everything that you know about success. One dadpreneur in our test group, for anonymous purposes, let's call him David. He only implemented the first 2 steps of a system because, in his own words, he was too lazy to do the rest. But even those 2 steps were enough for him to create really amazing daily connection rituals with his kids and really strengthen that bond. And he was able to eliminate the guilt that was eating him alive from his work. And for the first time, he was actually able to feel present when he was at home, instead of mentally feeling like he was at the office still. Look, I created this system predominantly because I had to, because that day, standing outside of my apartment, unable to get in because of my own doing, I made a promise that I would find a way to become successful in both areas of my life, not just one at the expense of another. And it took me 24 months of research and testing and refining. I mean, I studied everything from philosophy to neuroscience to cognitive behavioral therapy to ancient wisdom traditions. I mean, I interviewed men who seemed to have it all figured out, and then those who had lost everything chasing after this success. And what ended up coming from that was a comprehensive system that addresses 3 critical areas where I see most dadpreneurs fail. One is time architecture. This is not management. This is not time management. Number 2, identity integration. And number 3, relationship automation. That probably sounds pretty cool, but let me break down what I mean by each one. Time architecture is about designing your schedule around your energy and your values, not just hours. It's about understanding when you're at your best for deep work, when you should be present with your family, and how to create transitions between these modes that don't leave you mentally stuck in work mode when you're actually at home. Now, identity integration is really all about reconciling the successful businessman with the present father. Most men compartmentalize these identities, which creates internal conflict. It's creating friction and exhaustion. And so this system, what it does is shows you how to integrate them so they strengthen each other rather than compete with one another. And then finally, relationship automation. Like this, not only does it sound cool, I think it's a game changer, but just like you automate parts of your business, you can create systems that automatically strengthen your connections even when you're building your empire. Like imagine that. Now, here's the deal. I'm looking for 5 dadpreneurs who just want to crush it in business without crushing their family. But I need to be upfront. Listen, this is not for everyone. Here's some things that I need from you. You must be willing to challenge the outdated definitions of success. I mean, if you're still measuring yourself purely by your bank account and not by the strength of your relationships, this probably won't work for you. You must have the courage to face where you fall short as a husband and as a father. And this isn't about blame or creating shame. You already have enough of that. This is really about an honest assessment so we can make some real changes that impact you and your family. And you must be ready to put family connection on equal ground with your business goals, not just in words, but in your calendar, your decisions, and your priorities. Now, listen, if that's not you, it's all good. Like no hard feelings. I completely understand. The old path of sacrificing everything for success is well traveled. You will not be alone on that road. We know where that leads, and many are traveling it as you watch this video right now. But if you are ready and you're done with the guilt, you're done with the disconnection, you're done with feeling like you're killing it everywhere except where it matters most, then this system is going to transform your entire life. Because here's what I believe with every fiber of my being. You are not put on this planet just to build a business. You are put here to raise children who know they matter, to love a partner who feels chosen every single day, to create a life of meaning that extends far beyond your professional achievement. And yes, to build something remarkable in the business world too. Like, I need you to understand that you don't have to choose. The most successful men that I know, truly successful in all areas, have figured this out. And now you can too. So once again, like I'm opening up 5 spots for dadpreneurs who want to implement this system with my direct guidance. What we'll do is we'll work together to customize it to your specific situation, your business, and your family dynamics. So it'll be completely tailored to you. And this isn't a course that you're going to buy and never complete. It's not generic advice that doesn't account for your unique challenges. I want you to know that this is a proven system plus direct mentorship to ensure you implement it successfully. Listen, if you want to be considered among one of those 5 dadpreneurs, you can comment below this video or you can direct message me on Instagram. I'm at the Thomas Edwards Jr. and just use the word pizza. And I'll respond, and it'll actually be me. And we'll dive deep into your current situation and see if you're a good fit for this opportunity. Now, listen, there's no obligation. And I promise you, you'll walk away with at least one actionable strategy, regardless of whether or not we decide to work together. That's a promise. But I want to leave you with this thought. 20 years from now, what do you think is going to matter more? That extra 20% of revenue that you were able to squeeze out, or the memories you created with your children? Like, you can build wealth and connection, legacy in the bank and legacy in their hearts. It is 100% possible. You can be both, and I can show you how. Comment below or message me pizza on Instagram. And remember, only 5 spots are available, and they're gonna fill up fast. I truly look forward to speaking with you very, very soon. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the next video.